Did I really make this?
Okay, yes, people. Minichats, episode 15. It's been a minute. It's been a very long time since episode 14. Just life, I guess, innit? Just life has been lifing. So we'll just get together and do these when we have the time to do it, really. But we're back with another episode. A lot has happened since the last one. Let me try and go back on my notes. And last episode was Arsenal versus Man U. Man U 3, Arsenal 2. That was, I don't know how long ago that was, to be honest.
End of Jan, I think.
Yeah, but a lot has changed since then. Arsenal were looking shaky in the league title. Looking like they're going to win it now, really, let's be honest. 7 games left for them. 9 points clear. The City aren't good enough, and I said that at the beginning of all of this, that they're not good enough. So, yeah, a lot has changed, to be honest. But how have you been, bro?
I've been good, man.
Yeah,
I've been
man.
enjoying the football.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of ups and downs, like since the last ep.
Yeah.
But it's been amazing, like in terms of just the passion for the game. Like there's just been some moments that just remind you of how great this game is. So yeah, I've been good, man. What about you?
Yeah, no, I've been good, bro. I've been good, man. But like we've been shit though, and the slot out thing it's pretty much solidified amongst the fan base now. I think that with Alonso being available, I think he just became available when we last spoke. Maybe.
Yeah, around then.
Yeah, it's looking stronger to me, those links. But let's start with Liverpool this episode, which I do have a lot to cover with Liverpool. Of course, we just watched Liverpool versus Tottenham at Anfield, ended 1-1. Pathetic from Liverpool, to be honest. Really not good enough. I saw the interview, and you were agreeing, the interview from Slot after, where he was saying they did create chances and we were maybe the better team. We were trying to create chances at the end, which it was a bit back and forth and a bit like a basketball game at the end. Salah Rakatike had a couple opportunities. In the end, they made the most of theirs, but
I just thought his interview was just like really just on it, like an honest assessment. Is when you're the team that's obviously rooting for whoever's talking, as in it's the team you support who he's talking about. Like it's frustrating from that angle because obviously there's things that you wish he fixed, but like as a neutral, just listen to it. It's like that's kind of how the game went. Like he make it. I was saying he'll make a great pundit because he just gives a great assessment of the game on both teams as well, their strengths, their weaknesses.
He's one of the guys who he can give a great assessment, but he's one of the few people watching the game, whether that's in the stands on TV, who's involved in the game that can impact it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this season, the impact has been very little and just bad and negative. And yeah, man, it's really going to be a breakdown as to why Slot has to go. Like, that's where I'm going to go from here, to be honest. Because I can really break down the game, but it's just a repeat of what we've seen so many times. So let me just break down the whole thing. It's been a minute, to be honest. So I've had time to gather a lot of thoughts and everything. So, right, so we look at Slot now. And a lot of hope. I don't know if you can feel it through the lens, but there's not a lot of motivation for me and a lot of hope because there's not a lot of motivation in this team, to be honest, with Slot. We got some really good players there. But now, let's look at Slot now. So he loses twice a lot to teams, and that's like a worrying thing. Of course, I don't know if we probably have beaten Spurs in reverse fixtures, and of course this was a draw, but this Spurs is effectively one of the worst teams in the country, and they're yet to win a game in 2026. And when you look at the field, like Arsenal Arsenal were in a shaky place when they played Spurs, but they just got the job done and dominated them. Eze again, like I think they put three. It was a free goal advantage though.
Yeah.
So there you go. Then you look at Atletico Madrid, just a week ago, and what they did versus Spurs, 3-goal advantage there as well. But when you look at us, and we're trying to compete with these teams on this level, by the way, we're the champions, so we've spent at the same rate as these teams. We're champions, so we're trying to defend that, and we're trying to compete at that same level. We couldn't manage to get a 3-goal advantage. We only generated a goal from a free kick, like not open play. Like you can say Sobosai brilliance, but it was really just the goalie just weren't good enough.
Yeah.
And so easily could have been no goals from Liverpool at Anfield today, very easily if that moment didn't happen.
Yeah.
And it's just really not good enough. There's been so many flat performances. You come off like Wolves, that's our last Premier League fixture, which was a defeat. Yeah, to Wolves, who like they were beginning half of the season, so 2025, they're looking like the worst Premier League team of all time.
Yeah.
And that's no cap.
Yeah.
Second half, and obviously we played them, we beat them when they were looking like that. We lost when they were looking better. But second half of this season, Tottenham are the worst Premier League side of the year, 2026, and we can't beat them. All of the teams that have been promoted, we haven't been able to do the double over any of them, whether that is Sunderland, Burnley, or Leeds. We haven't been able to do the double over any of them. We haven't been able to do the double over Wolves or Tottenham, who are like the worst sides in history, like at those moments or whatever. And let's look at a lot of the teams. Manchester United last season, they beat us. They beat us this season. Nottingham Forest, they beat us last season. They beat us this season. Maybe once in the second game, the reverse fixture was tough. We won, but it was tough. Man City beat us twice. We're going to come on to the Man City one later because I've got a big thing to speak on regards to that game. The last one we played. But they beat us twice this season. First one was a lot more convincing, but they still beat us twice. You look at Galatasaray, they've beaten us twice. Both times have been at their home. We understand what their home is, quite a fortress. But nonetheless, they beat us twice. And people say Anfield's a fortress, but it hasn't been this year. So that talk is just talk. Now, Palace. Palace is a bad one because Slot... So we've got our reverse fixture against Palace this season in April. That will be Slot's 6th game against Crystal Palace. Which means he's had 5 games against them, probably the most over his Liverpool career against one opponent. 3 defeats, 1 win, 1 draw. So that's not good. We move on to PSV, a Dutch team that he should have decent understanding of and been able to beat us last year in the Champions League group stage, beat us this season in the Champions League group stage. And now we move on to PSG, who, I say PSG, but really I'm getting ahead of myself because we need to defeat Galatasaray first on the week to reach PSG. But even if we beat Galatasaray, I'm quite deflated of hope because then we have PSG and all of this started with PSG last season. It was that 1 week. And this week has felt a little bit reminiscent of that week where we played during the week. We went to Paris, played PSG. We won 1-0, but in a very unconvincing way. Weekend played against Newcastle, lost in the League Cup final. And then the next week, during the week, we lost to PSG at Anfield and got knocked out of. And basically everything was just done. Luckily, we had a good advantage on the league, so it looked like we're going to win that. But from then, everything was done, and we're still in that same rut right now to this day, since that day, which was almost a year ago. And this week feels a little bit reminiscent of that, because I was saying to Jack and a few lads that like if Liverpool lose against this Tottenham, that's bad. Like off the Galatasaray. Now, if we get knocked out of the Champions League, Slot won't even have an opportunity to kind of show not how far he's come, but maybe that, because we've got PSG in a very similar stage. If we knock out Galatasaray, it's looking like PSG will knock out Chelsea.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity. They've dropped off a little bit in level, but they're still the champions trying to defend something.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity for him to kind of show a turning point. But he might not reach there. And we got to beat Galatasaray during the week. But I say all of that to say that I'm just deflated for hope, because when we look at his history with fixtures where he's played a team multiple times and they've bested him, they've normally bested him twice, because everyone I just named, they bested him twice. And then when we look at the team you've played the most, Palace, they bested us 3 times, 1 draw when we bested them once under him. So it means he hasn't shown me in his history and past that he's good at learning how to beat a team that have already, once they get him, they've got him a little bit. And maybe I'm just putting the blame all on him, but it's because he's been the manager throughout. Even our Palace thing's been a long thing, but during Klopp, it improved quite a bit.
Yeah.
So it's gone straight back down to how bad it was. And then why I bring up Man City is because people can bring up nuances and say, look, and a lot of people try and take blame off Slot. A lot of neutral fans I hear. It's only Liverpool fans that feel the way they do about Slot. But many neutral fans across all the board, like say, if they think it's harsh, they feel sorry for him, this, that and the third, right? And all of that can be said. However, it's the style of play in these games which is the issue. And even against Wolves, 2 weeks ago, or when we played them in the league, first 45 minutes we came out slow. And then tried to turn up in the second half. Same against Arsenal at the Emirates. There, we're going to give you a bit more of a pinch of salt because we were away there at the level they were at. And in the end, we got a good result. Man City against Anfield, and this is why I said we're going to come back to this one, because it's a big one. But we did the same in that game, and we came out slow in the first 45 minutes. This is the second fixture, so at Anfield, maybe about a month ago. And the issue with that game is in the interview, I was shocked with how we started. But the post-interview, Pep Guardiola says that, so we know it's Liverpool at Anfield, so we knew we had to come out strong in the first half, first 10, 20 minutes. Liverpool always come out strong at Anfield, like against us. But we didn't. We were quite pedestrian. And who is Pep Guardiola's assistant manager?
Your former
Pep Linders, so he knows. Now he knows that identity. So for him to say that, he got the information from him, someone who understands very well, like how Liverpool set up, and he did his job. They bested us on the day. So very well done to Pep Linders. He did his job. Basically, inside man got him the information, dismantled how, and we didn't even come out strong. So it's like we weren't even our own identity, which made it even easier for them to win. And this is the issue, is that the football we play isn't the identity of Liverpool. And I think we've just had enough now. Like, this game, even this Tottenham game.
But the thing is, how do you go about that? Like, do you...
Alonso, because he understands the Liverpool way.
But like his
style's a little bit pedestrian as well.
It's different as well, and like
there's a bit more intensity in his style, though.
Yeah, but it's still a project type of coach where it's going to take a while for people to buy in, but you're in the thick of a top 4 race right now. It's like, do you disrupt everything, or do you just go till the end and then give him the summer?
No, we give Slot the season.
Yeah.
We give Slot the season.
Right.
Like, you're still in the FA Cup, you're in the Champions League. I don't see much hope in that, but you're in that. Obviously, the risk is top 4. And fuck top 5. People saying top 5, fuck that. All the English teams are doing shit. They're all at risk. We're aiming for top 4.
It's already
confirmed.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, maybe it's confirmed. Then if it's confirmed, fine. That gives him a little bit of grace. But we should be aiming for top 4. We were champions. That's what I mean. There's always like little... The bar's been dropped so low for this man. Like from champions, okay, maybe second. Okay, top 4.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe top 5. All right, like maybe FA Cup and maybe falls out of the top 5 and gets knocked out of the Champions League. But if he can win the FA Cup, then he probably won't do that, and then it'll just be 6th. And like that's what I mean, just 6th, not like an FA Cup or a League Cup and Champions League qualification and Champions League. It'll just be 6th. So that's like the risk you take when you keep with, and things are clearly flat. The question the board are probably asking themselves is, do we just rely on a new manager bounce, because also Alonso's a long term. Now maybe that doesn't put Alonso in the best position. Maybe he needs a summer and he's just thrown into things, you know.
Yeah.
But things are dire at Liverpool right now.
Yeah.
To be honest, and I think this week will just be a very important one, to be honest. If we do get knocked out, like, there might just need to be a change of like just personnel in that dressing room, bro, because like it means the players just don't give a fuck, and like they're like, we can't really look at teams like Tottenham and laugh, because we're at a same thing, just not as high, not as intense, but like the players don't care.
Yeah.
It's not like they're thinking, oh, we'll just leave if we get relegated.
Yeah.
But maybe they're thinking, we'll just wait for this guy to leave. Like, I don't know how they feel, but they don't give a shit. So like, when I saw what Gomez did with that goal, and just these mistakes happening every week, they don't really care like that. So I think something has to change, because they must be thinking. And when I see shit like the Amarim and Carrick, it's hard for me to not want change. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I see a whole different team, bro. Like, they were not on the betting. They weren't on our betting slip for top 4.
Well, it's the new wave. The former deep line midfielder to Arteta, Carrick, and Alonso.
Yeah, maybe it is, because they weren't on our like betting sheet for top 4, but they're pretty much looking comfortably like they're going to get top 4. Of course, they only play once a week, but it's hard for me to not look at things like that and feel like, maybe.
I wonder.
Yeah, to be honest, because this is very flat, and like it's reminiscent of Amarim. Now, a lot of history. All those teams are named and rang off. That's mad, to be honest. Yeah. And Galatasaray in that. Even if we beat Galatasaray, it's 2-1 to them out of 3 games.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? So he's still an L in that one too. So like, it's just how it's damage control on Tuesday or Wednesday. So like, yeah, can we continue going on like this? Probably not. That's the thing. Like, no, is the answer. It's just a show. No, we can't continue going on like this. So something will have to change, of course.
Yeah. What did you feel when you saw the 11 come out? Because obviously it was different. Some dropped.
Yeah. So the 11, Gomez. So a few drops. Let's be honest. We go with Alisson. So that's a change from Mashrad Ali in the Champions League. Szoboszlai right back, which I don't think he was right back in the Champions League game, but Szoboszlai right back, Gomez, Van Dijk centre back, Robertson left back. In the middle, we have again McAllister Grav.
Yeah.
And then Cam Verts on the left, Rio on the right, Frimpong, and up top Gakpo.
Yeah.
Conflicted, to be honest, with the 11. Things I like to see, things I didn't like to see. A lot of changes from the week, but we didn't play well in the Champions League game, so I'm not mad at that. I still would have kept Kanate in. I know he had a fucking shocker in that game, which he did play awful in that Champions League game. But I still probably would have kept him in. We obviously changed with Gomez. Gomez had a good game up to the goal. The goal's definitely his fault though. Just shouldn't have left the guy. You just don't leave a guy in a box, in my opinion, near the 6-yard box. He's like, if you leave him, he's one-on-one. Like, you just don't do things like that. Yeah. If Van Dijk can't handle that guy, that's Van Dijk's mistake. You stay on your assignment, do your job, and if they get a goal through whoever it was who was leaning on Van Dijk's tail, or whoever the fuck it was, Morani, sorry. If he is able to somehow outmuscle Van Dijk and get a goal out of it, then that's on Van Dijk. But you stay on your guy, Richarlison, and make sure he doesn't end up in the opportunity he ended up in. So it was a lack of experience from Gomez, who's one of our more experienced players. There's been a lot of that this season.
Yeah.
The more experienced players are the ones that are making mistakes, whether that's McAllister, Van Dijk, Gomez, Kanate, Salah, tend to be the more experienced ones this season that are making big mistakes. So it's just weird. But I would have kept Kanate anyway. We've got now Szoboszlai right back. Weren't mad at that. I think someone did mention this in a video recently, but we are going to need to have an uncomfortable conversation about Szoboszlai. And he's definitely been our best player this season, with no doubt. But in a season where he's our best player is a bad season for Liverpool, and that is what it is. I'll be honest.
He was better in that role player role.
Yeah.
I think he's better as a
Yeah,
role
it's better when he's a third best or fourth
that.
best. You know what I mean?
If that. I mean, Salah, Van Dijk, McAllister, or what else shot him. Last season, he was pretty much in the do a job.
Yeah, do a job role.
Feed the
legs for Salah, cover for him, all of that. Worked very well.
And then,
to be honest,
a little ego setting play, because I remember he was taking not shots with it, but he was going on I feel like he feels like his game's a bit limited by having to run so much.
Yeah.
And you get the chance to be the main man and not have to run as much, but these are the results. So I think if it's what's best for the team, stick to that job.
Yeah. It's true. We've got Wirtz. Wirtz, good game today. Wirtz and Rio probably our standouts. Good game from Rio as well, who started. I liked that. That was the positive change I liked. Didn't like Gakpo out top. Would have gone with Ekatike. I think we should take the league serious as well. Maybe he's just got this blinding loyalty to Gakpo, which it looks like that. But I probably would have started Hugo instead of Ekatike. But then on the right, we had Frimpong. Weren't mad at a lot of that. So dropping Salah, I think Salah came on with impact off the bench. And he was able to do that because he was coming off the bench, in my opinion. So I think that was a good decision. But then the two I wouldn't have gone with is Gomez. I guess people can say hindsight, but Gomez and Gakpo.
Yeah.
Which, from the jump, though, those were two I weren't really on. So
Robertson over Kokos, fine.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Like Robertson, times are a bit dire. The experience is good. Don't think he made a big mistake today. Don't mind Robertson starting. I think he played good in the Wolves FA Cup game. So I don't really mind that. But that's the thing with Slot. It feels like it's always one step forward, two step backwards, or either two steps forward, one step backwards. So there's a couple players I like Rio starting. A couple of things I like, but then there's also you've got Gomez and Gakpo and shit. So I don't even get to see Rio, Wirtz and Ekatike, which is what it should have been. It's Gakpo up top, so it's not less broken now. The whole formula. That's the thing with these formulas. One thing can break the whole system, and now the whole thing doesn't look right. So there's that. Because Wirtz has got that. Wirtz, the way he was finding Rio, if Ekatike was involved in that, we would have generated goals from open play for sure. But as I look at all of this, and really it just moves me on to the plan with Alonso. Because I know I'm speaking probably premature a little bit, but even maybe Slot should consider this. I don't think he will, because he seems like a stubborn man. And he just keeps playing players that let him down and shit. But 5 at the back is obviously Alonso's philosophy. And I spoke to you about this. I spoke to a few people and they like this idea. But in the future, a lot of people are saying Liverpool need to sign this new winger, Barcola, this, that and the third. Liverpool need to learn from their mistakes and not just sign bare attackers again next window. Okay, that's what Liverpool need to do. So when you look at our summer, to me there's 2 players that have to go. which is Salah has to go, of course, and probably Joe Gomez if we can keep Kanata. And I think we only need to bring in maybe only 3 players, like a right back, centre back, and a centre mid. Like ideally, maybe let's say Bastoni as a centre back. Maybe if not him, Van der Ven. Some people say we get him on the cheap if Spurs get relegated. We didn't help with that today.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe a Bastoni, a left-footed centre back who's like kind of in his prime. I kind of prefer him to Van der Ven because I think he's an A centre back, like a leader type shit. So maybe someone like him. Tonali, I would love to get him as a centre mid, and then a right back. I don't know, maybe Livramento. Or maybe I'm not too unopposed to Jed Spence, but maybe Livramento. But let's say we did 5 at the back, right? This was what I think Alonso and what would be ideally for Liverpool is now Van Dijk needs help in centre back, so we have 3 centre backs: Kanate, Van Dijk, and Bastoni, so he can get that cover because he's getting too old and he's making too many mistakes. But then the wing backs can be Kirkes left wing back, Frimpong right wing back. And then in midfield, really Tonali and Gravenberch, but I think Szoboszlai is at 8, so they can rotate. Maybe sometimes Gravenberch and Szoboszlai, or Tonali and Gravenberch, and there can be some rotations. Maybe McAllister we should sell to summer, but if we can keep him, maybe if you don't mind being a backup in that. But I think we should sell him. So those 2 in the midfield. The width is coming from the wing backs. We've got the 3 defenders to make sure things are secure in defence, and Gravenberch can come and help. If the wing backs need to, they can too. But up top now, it will be both Ekitike Wirtz behind Isak. Yeah, because that's what he did at Bayer Leverkusen. He had Wirtz and someone else behind Boniface. And that was kind of how Wirtz would drift on from the left. And if we can do that, because Ekitike likes to come very deep anyway. And if we can do that, I feel like all the fullbacks we do have, even Robertson included, and Bradley, they can play wing back to me. They can get up pretty fast and efficiently, and maybe put a ball in or just somehow be a threat. So I think really, and then you got to look at the centre backs we have. And if we can keep Gomez, if you don't mind being like a 6th option centre back, then keep him in it, really. Like, I don't mind keeping him. Even though he made a fatal mistake today, like, it wouldn't hurt to have more depth in that area, I think. But we got Leone. We've signed a new young centre-back in January. We've already got Kanate. We've already got Van Dijk. And then if we bring in a Bastoni or Van der Ven, and then also have Kanate as a 6th option, then I think we're well equipped to have 3 centre-backs in the back and do that, and we can rotate amongst them. And it even prepares for Van Dijk eventually leaving, because maybe some games he'll be swapped out for another option, and we'll maybe set up with only 2 when Van Dijk gets dropped, because we do need to prepare for that. But that's where I see, and I'm almost just jumping ahead, but it's because I feel very done with times with Liverpool as slot. Maybe I don't know where the board are at with it, and if we just have to endure another season, then it is what it is, and we'll just have to endure it, and hopefully it's better. But yeah, man, with Liverpool, yeah, it's weird because even when you look at last season, yeah, we won the league, but it is the easiest league. Like if not Leicester when they won it, when it was Leicester and Tottenham. Then last season was the easiest league. No one really challenged anyone, really. It was just a cakewalk there. There was no challenge. We even kind of slowed down towards the end, but like there was no challenge, so it didn't really matter. Of course, we had a great start, but no one knew his style, his philosophy. So yeah, man, like I don't want to really take it away from him though. It's a great achievement, but yeah, like. This season's been just so drastically bad. I think that it's difficult to really just want to continue on with how we've gone. So, yeah, that's really where I'm at with Liverpool. It's just we're kind of just waiting for the inevitable, it feels like. But we don't know where the board is at we just know where we are at as a fan base, and we're done.
Yeah.
To be fair, like this result kind of just set it in stone a bit that we're kind of done. You can check a man like Jermaine Pennant on TalkSport this week. I know he'll come out with his shit, like, you know what I'm saying? If you check, I want to hear Carragher's full stuff, but if you check around the fan base, a lot of them, it'll just be quite a, you know, like the same kind of... Deflated, yeah. Mundane, just the same talking points. It sound very consistent and just samey, basically, because that's just where we're at.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the reflection of Liverpool at this current moment. So we just wait and see. Big week next week, and let's see if we continue in the Champions League. And that's like a bit of his saving grace. Can you just keep trying to... We don't look convincing, but we didn't look that convincing in 2005. So like I know it's crazy for me to 04, 05. We didn't look that convincing. So can you just figure out a way
to galvanise?
Yeah, just figure out a way to get to the next round. You know what I mean? Like that's where we're at, and we'll just have to see with that, to be honest. But I don't. My hopes for it isn't high.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Yeah, like more or less when it comes to Liverpool, that's what I've got to say. I guess we can cover a little bit of Spurs because what's going on at Spurs?
Yeah, Spurs are in a dire situation.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen some like, it's mad talking about this from a Gooners perspective because I've seen like some Gooners even say like they wouldn't like to see Spurs go down because you lose the North London derby and all of these things, but I ain't gonna lie, like I can let that couple games a season go. Like Spurs going down would be hilarious.
Yeah, man, I agree.
Yeah, man. Like if I don't care that like if they stay up, cool. If they go down, it'll be funny. But like I'm not too invested in like what they do. To be fair, but they've been shocking, man. Like so, I get it. Like for you, man, to drop points against them, I see why it's like fucking hell, like just long.
Yeah,
because it's like they have been fucking shit.
They've been awful. We really shouldn't have. It's the way we lost as well.
No.
Like they were the better
team. You even
team.
call it a loss and it's a draw.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
That's
the way we drew.
Like,
yeah, it does feel that way. Like they were the better team in the second half. They generated a goal from open play. We didn't. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and he'll say we created chances.
Yeah.
It's always the same in the interview. We created chances.
Yeah.
We generated a lot of chances. I think we're the better team. You know, their chances came from long balls.
Yeah.
They weren't passing it through. We created chances.
Yeah.
And it's like, but it's not a game of chances, game of goals.
Yeah.
And we don't get the goals, bro. So like,
yeah.
Yeah, man, this guy's just a long, like, it's not even one of those where you're passionately, there's not passion in it, it's just like, he's just such a deflating manager, bro. Yeah. Oh my gosh, like the football we play, the way we just can't beat low-level teams and just all of the promoted teams.
So in short, do Tottenham go down?
Tottenham, like, it's hard because we fucked that now. Like, they were meant to now be 18th. They were meant to. They're 16th now. Like all of them got a point this weekend. We were meant to be a big clog in them going down. We were meant to play a big part of that. I don't know at this point. They look convincing against us. They did get 2 goals against Atletico Madrid. They got battered. But let's be honest, that was just a goal, them slipping all over the shop and like the goalie being a donkey. Yeah. But like, they did get 2 goals. Yeah. If you take away the donkeyness from them slipping, like the goalie slips, Van der Ven slips, the goalie slips 3 in like 15, which is mad. But if you take that away, 2-2. It's like what Jason Cundy was saying, 2-2 in the second half or whatever. But like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like, you take that. If you're like a Tottenham coach or somewhere in the Tottenham thing, you're going to try and use these positives. Like, which it's true, you'll use that. Like 2-2 and then Liverpool. So maybe they're not going down.
Yeah.
Maybe Tudor's now is starting his little... It started from that second half, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see how they do in the second leg. I guess they're home. They're worse at home, though, but we'll see how they do. They've just come off a win, so maybe their fans turn up a little bit.
Like that second leg, they just need to focus on winning that game, not the tie.
Yeah.
Because they're out. But if they can win that game, then who knows? But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I can see them going down. I think at the end of the day, there is a lot of quality there still. Not, I wouldn't say a lot, but it's hard for me to see like a world where Van der Ven, Romero and that, they'll look at that now and be like, do you know what? That defence that come in didn't concede an open play goal.
Yeah.
We've kind of got to step up. We can't strut around anymore.
Yeah.
Because then it will be on us and shit, man. If they've got a bit of pride about them, like them man can't be looking at all these other clubs that they want to go to and shit and like just put in shoddy performances to end the season. So if they got anything about them, those two defenders, Xavi Simons might wake up now because you know he came off the bench. I mean, he did have an impact. Colin Mwani, Richarlison, Solanke, like there's a bit of quality there where Pedro Porro, where it's hard to see him going down, but it's an attitude thing really. That's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, man.
I'll say no.
Yeah, like I would say no as well. I think we gave them that hope. Yeah. And that's what we seem to be, a team that give a lot of teams hope. Liverpool, and that's the issue with like you could say like the whole Gahey going to Man City. We like just did that ourselves because we did give them hope. Like in that Community Shield, they got a lot of hope in that game. They beat us, took the Community Shield. Glasner's, they was like, okay, well, Glasner, maybe I'll stay if you keep Gahey. Yeah. They could have got more money for Gahey if we paid, when we paid in thing. But the Glasner's like, I'll leave if he leaves. And then he's leaving anyway. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, dude? And they took less money anyway. Yeah. But we gave them the hope by losing to them in the Shield. And then constantly just lose. So we provide hope. We gave Man U the hope to beat us and now be on top of us. We gave them that hope. I don't care what anyone says. We gave them. And people be like Arsenal and Man U and Carrick because it was with Amorim. Sorry, I just feel like we gave them the hope. I'm just gonna say we gave them the hope. So yeah, man. We're just not a good team, man. To give a lot of teams hope, and I think Tottenham, they'll probably stay up, man. They'll probably stay up, and because of us, because we gave them the points that let them believe. So man. At Anfield as well, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, how long can you... Anfield's not really a fortress anymore, bro. Let's be honest. Like, we're talking about the Galatasaray game. Yeah, we should be able to do them at Anfield. We should. But, I won't be surprised if we don't. And then even if we do, it's just a PSG after that. Yeah. If Slot can beat that, then I'm going to be a bit more like, okay, Slot. Like, I'll feel... Or this deflated feeling will go. But until you do that, and I don't think you will, but until you do that, I'll feel this way. Yeah. And it is what it is, and the fan base will feel this way too, bruv. Yeah, man. But Spurs, I think they're probably gonna come back. Mad what they've been going through though. Yeah. Absolutely mad. It's disgraceful to be honest. Still yet to win in 2026. Yeah, mental to be honest. But I guess we can move on to Arsenal. Yeah, man. Now, bro. Yeah, like Matt Stallman. Yeah. Big goal, big assist. Well, set up the goal. You can say. I don't know if he directly got the assist, did he?
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah, but he set it up, obviously.
Yeah,
but,
man.
Big results. Sorry,
to be fair, bro, that game being such a bore, like the Liverpool moods, got me on a whole different mood into how I was feeling yesterday. Trust me, yesterday I was gassed. So Like I know it's
Well, about the Arsenal game.
yeah, like
Oh yeah, but the Liverpool game you're saying
yeah,
is
it's like
deflated.
yeah, because the Liverpool fans' feeling is like almost like rubbing off of me, and like this demeanour is just different to how like last.
Sorry, bro.
No, I feel because I hear it from that angle, and we've been there before as a club, my club as well.
Yeah.
Where even that post Wenger season, it was a bit deflating. So, but like I was like buzzing last night, man, and that's for me moment of the season.
Yeah, man.
I think overall, but definitely for us. And yeah, like a few like points, I guess is like obviously going with the lineup.
Yeah.
Obviously, Havertz comes back. Gyökeres dropped, rotated. That was like, okay, fair enough. Now, the only thing that annoys me a tiny bit is like he loves Martinelli and Gyökeres as a pairing, and I don't get why they're always together. I think it should kind of sometimes be one or the other. When Gyökeres isn't playing, I think Martinelli plays a bit better, and then vice versa. But you know, he went with Noni left wing, and Noni deserved to keep his place after how we changed the game in the
European game.
Yeah, in the Champions League, like he deserved to keep his place, but obviously you're gonna protect Saka as well by you know keeping him in the team. So it made sense. Havertz up top. Midfield was the strongest midfield we've had this season, really, in my opinion, as a Rice and Zubi. Yeah. And the back four, Calafiori comes back in for Hikampe, and that's becoming a very interesting battle because Hikampe, don't forget, he actually got that assist that Dalman has got the credit for. Yeah. And offensively now, if he's starting to match Calafiori, then I think it's becoming one-sided. Don't get me wrong, Calafiori made a great block as well, great defensive block in that game, but it's becoming a bit of a one-way street now, that little duel. So I think Campier, you know, I think we're wrapping up that signing. I think there's a rumour we might have wrapped it up so he's eligible for the Leverkusen game, or the rules have changed where he's allowed to play against his parent club anyway. But it looks like that deal is going to happen. And I'm buzzing for it because I think he's a superb player, man. I think he's a fantastic defender, and he's actually showing us more of what he can do offensively. Like he's kind of given us what Arteta didn't really appreciate in Tierney, because Tierney's been sort of a whip fullback, like an overlapper, a fantastic cross on him, amazing cross on him, really. And Akampie's got an impressive cross, impressive whip. He gets forward well, he defends well. And I think now he's embracing those qualities a bit more, and it's not always inverted stuff anymore. Like, I think we're seeing the best of Akampie now. And he was superb yesterday. And then the rest of the back four, like, basically writes itself. But Calafiori, he was cool as well. Like, offensively, maybe didn't do enough, but that block was huge. We were under the cost for a lot of that game. Yeah. So, yeah, man, I was no complaints with the lineup really. It all made sense. And I guess like Havertz starting was the big thing. Now he's obviously got the confidence from the Leverkusen penalty, which was a big moment. Like that's a late pen he scored. Yeah. Former club. You know, he's been in and out of the team a lot this season. Funny, it feels like I think his best position this season has almost been a 10 role, and it's an interesting one as well because like it's not the same. Like when he first arrived, I remember he was struggling in midfield, and then that's when we all wanted him to go up front. But when he first arrived, he was being used in a Xhaka role because remember Xhaka had just left that summer. And he was being used in that box-to-box left side, basically the role Rice is playing. And I don't think that worked at all. I don't think he was good there at all. I don't think that's really his game. But this season, he's been using sort of the Odegaard-ish position as a position. And I think those have been his best performances for the club. Like, especially in Europe, that one game he came back, he was brilliant there. Maybe he wasn't that great against Mansfield, but the role was a bit different. But I think that's been his best position, and it's funny because
Havertz.
Yeah, I think 10 is maybe his best. Like at striker, he's just not in the box enough, and he likes to float around. But
that's his natural position.
10,
Leverkusen.
Exactly. But it's a bit unorthodox this one because it's like it's RCM tenny, like it's like the way it's designed is a bit. It's not straight up central 10.
Yeah.
It's like RCM-ish, and like you're still a midfielder, but you're the furthest midfielder. And but I think he's been good there. Funnily, Marino he's naturally a midfielder. Marino's better up top.
Yeah.
And then Havertz is naturally a forward kind of, and he's better in midfield. It's like something happened there, but but you know, I think Havertz was alright yesterday. Should have got a pen. That was shocking from the ref. And then like obviously the game is going, and but I am gonna I think our fans, man, I do think we criticise the players a lot, the manager a lot. I think our fans have to start taking responsibility more. Yeah. I think...
Who were they critiquing?
I just think the mood in the stadium now, when we're putting the players under a lot of pressure with the groaning and stuff. It's you gotta realise how to win a title. Like, the fans are part of it. I think the stadium just becoming toxic. You're almost giving up on the guys before, you know, it's before we've even climaxed with it. Let's relax a bit and just gear them up and keep going. And not put the players under so much pressure and get behind the team. And I know it's cliche to say, but really you can start to feel it a bit when the groans are happening and then the players are making... we had a 5-minute spell where we were trying to build up from the back, and Raya and Gabriel and Saliba, and it was all sloppy and we're nearly giving the ball away. But that was I think that was kind of coming from the fans and the energy we were giving out. And it's let's keep rocking with the team. We're so close. Don't fucking fumble it. It's not just the players and the managers knowing how to win a title. It's us as well. Act like you've been here before type shit. So I do think the fans have to step up. And you see Arteta's celebration. It was almost saying kind of not giving it to some of the fans, but it was almost a there you go type of vibe. And I think the fans need to take a bit of accountability for just the attitude at the Emirates.
No, I think that's a very fair comment. For sure.
But you know, then obviously we get to firstly we get to the changes, and I think Arteta made two superb subs. Basically, Gyökeres in particular, because that game is one where that deep block was tough. Don't get me wrong, Everton were coming at us and they had some great opportunities. But after a while, when they started to kind of say, you know what, we'll take the 0-0, that deep block was mean, tough. Tarkowski, who's the
very big and tall.
Who's the other one? Braithwaite or whatever his name is. That 6'6" guy.
Tarkowski, of course.
Yeah, that's a mean defensive deep block and I think Arteta to make that sub early and realise actually we need someone that what Gyökeres is good at is he's so good in the at occupying defenders in the 6-yard box. He's super, maybe even elite at that. He just causes chaos in there just by staying in there, because he's physical and that. Whereas Havertz was everywhere but in the box. And I think that Gyökeres sub was important, because then Everton had something to worry about. Whereas Havertz, it was no problem for them, man. It was okay, Havertz is the striker's not even in the striker role. We can float about here. But Gyökeres, to make that change and bring him on early was important. Noni. So he brought him on with Martinelli, and I think that made a big difference. And then obviously, you know, Gyökeres plays the goal, but obviously the star of the show is Max, man.
Man, of course.
Have you got any quick words on him before I go?
Well, I didn't watch the game because I was watching Chelsea, because of the jeopardy in terms of where we're at in the top 4 race. Chelsea lost, to be honest, but obviously I saw the news mid-game, and then after they showed the replay, and not only obviously he got the goal, which we got the report of the goal, but I didn't know that he impacted the first goal so heavily until I saw the replay, and it's okay, so they could change the game, because low-key, I was checking the Arsenal score throughout the game, wondering what the result is. Are they going to, just because of the title race and all that. and it was looking like it was going to be a 0-0.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking, oh, what if Everton nick one?
Yeah.
I'm not watching the game, but I know that there's a level of frustration from the Arsenal fan because it was about 65 minutes in 0-0.
Yeah.
And like 0-0 in the first half.
Yeah.
At the Emirates as well, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, I know there's frustration there and everything,
but with Dalman, in terms of like his talent, like
once I saw like his talent's amazing, bro. Like it's that ball in. It's the first goal was more impressive than the second one for me because
the ball in was quality. Like
it's so quality. It's so high level.
Yeah.
From very far at his age, the confidence it takes to just not really give a and do that. But the younger players are always more confident because they're fearless and they don't care. Even when you look at the second goal, that's that stamina of a youth that's never smoked a ciggy. Like, just when you can just
adrenaline.
Pace it all the way across in like a few seconds.
Yeah.
Like you can only do that shit when you're young, like at 15, and it feels like 16 or whatever, and it feels like only a few seconds has gone, but you've cleared the whole fucking pitch.
There's quality in both, but
like he's cold. Yeah, Matt Stammen is. He's good, bro.
Yeah, man. Because I was going nuts. Like, last night, I can't lie, man. That was euphoric, bro. Like, and the thing is, like, obviously, I seen Arteta. He said that he basically told him to come on, just win the game for us. And like, sometimes in those moments, especially when the senior players are feeling the pressure of the fans kind of getting, like groaning and all that. Sometimes you just need that kid that just says F it and they don't feel anything. Yeah, man. Like, funny, I was watching Rooney and Owen, they did a little pod together, I think, this weekend. And they were just talking about like being youths and like having the world at their feet and how they don't feel no pressure and they're just looking forward to playing and getting on there. And Dalman has that type of vibe on him right now. And I think it's important, especially like also because he's a maverick in terms of just he likes to try things and stuff. He hasn't yet been coached into the rigged system yet. Yeah. So he's gonna still kind of do something that is a bit extraordinary. And like for me, man, like I'm really rooting for him. I'm very invested in this situation and. I think yesterday was a proper. I've arrived on the scene. Like that's the best moment since. Like I was really thinking,
youngest goal scorer, isn't it?
Yeah, youngest goal scorer, breaking Rooney's record. Who did it against us, and ironically, we play Everton and do it to them. Like, but I was even thinking Emirates moments. Like, how does that rank? Yeah, because top of my head, I've got Henri Manu last minute header, big goal. Yeah. But what happens that season? Nothing really. Arshavin, Barcelona, the best ever team, we still say. That was a big win because we actually beat them playing our way, which, was a big statement. But again, we've even got knocked out in that whole tie altogether, that same tie. Yeah. So didn't lead to nothing. Declan Rice free kicks, amazing. And it led to a great run in the Champions League. But again, don't win it. Yeah. If we go on to win this league title, that Dalman moment... Yeah. It's hard for me to put anything above it because like that was a tense game, and that's happened before the City result comes in. By the way, man. So
it's happened before the City result. It's broken the tenseness of the game. Yeah, and after that you're like 9 points clear. Like they get a draw. Yeah, you went 10 points clear after that. Yeah, and then so like it's that I'm not gonna lie. This weekend has made it feel like it's Arsenal's league. Yeah,
like it does have that air of it.
Yeah, I do feel you. You need 9 points means City need 3 wins and you need 3 losses.
They do have a game in hand. So
they have a game in hand, then they play you.
At theirs, So I'm looking at it as 6 points.
Yeah, fine. So but still 2 games back. Yeah. Which is, and you got 7 games left, Arsenal. Yeah. In the Prem, it's looking very unlikely. So I do feel you in terms of moments in the Emirates. It was one of those big special.
Nuts.
Man. He obviously stole the teenage moment of the year from Rio. Yeah. Which Rio produced against Newcastle in that big goal. Yeah. He scored last minute.
Yeah, but even getting into the quality, that cross obviously was spectacular. Just to bend it, and that's like Saka's angle as well, like that. Mm-hmm. in swinging one and to like pick through that full stretch, can't get there. But then the second goal, that touch he takes to sweep it by the defender, the first one, because when I seen that, I was thinking maybe he should pass it because I don't like, because obviously he's got two runners. I don't know if it's Martinelli and Noni or Eze or Rice. So there's a couple guys there, and as the defenders come in, I'm thinking if they're going for a duel, Dalman probably would come out second on it because it's just physically and all that. But the way he uses his right foot just to sweep it, it's like happens in a flash, That touch is something special. Like that's one of those where I see why Mana compare it. Like I've seen Terry talk about Messi's name with it. I've seen Yamal's name get brought up and stuff. That's like that level of that bracket of player where it's different. It's not like obviously these up and coming youngers right now. He's like in a generational category. Like, and I don't want to put the pressure.
shade to Rio.
Not really, because I'm not thinking of Rio. Like, I'll be honest. Like, respectfully.
When you say he's up and coming,
just like whoever's put on his neck, like.
Name
well, Rio would be part of it if you had to. But I'm not thinking of Esteval. If Esteval was someone I was thinking, but I think Esteval's worthy.
So you're shading Rio, Rich. Like it's fair. I know what, but I think it's too early for. That was a moment and a half for sure.
Yeah, but it's just what I've seen, though.
Yeah, and maybe it's like with what you've seen with him. You saw him in the FA in the League Cup.
Yeah, and
at the Emirates, you saw him.
And even what he's been doing in the academy, like
Rio's the academy,
really good.
We can't really like.
You can't, but
Rio
sometimes
you know
when everyone's speaking, not
like
generational though, not like there's other niggas.
We can't talk. Well, we can talk about
when you know, you just know though. Like, I mean, if you're wanting to put a wager on Rio
versus him,
like
who will be better
competing, then we can do it. But I just see.
Yeah, maybe I don't know if I'm gonna do that because but it's too early to see from this kid. But Rio's. The reason I say I don't know is because I don't think he's been utilised the best, like, from slot. Like, even today, he got the start and he played cold today, one of our best players. But then there was Gakpo. And then also, he should have been started over Gakpo from January in a lot of games. So, like...
Yeah, Rio's all right, but I just see, like, I feel like I've seen it before with him, like, a tricky, dangerous... I mean, he's got good power and pace and, like, for his height as well, but, like the inside runs and I don't know, like
maybe I'm saying his decision making. From Diamond though, decision making was like
superb.
Yeah, it was superb. I'll give him that. It was like top level in that game.
Yeah, like, and this is a title race, not no like top 4 against relegation thing. Like, respectfully, like Newcastle was a big moment at the start. But obviously he's kind of coming into a Champions team that are, like, they're already feeling on top and stuff. This is like the stakes are very high here. Yeah. And like, to be honest, it's not even real shade. Like when I think of Diamond, I'm like looking up at like who are we effing with it with like that Franco. Even like it would have been a shot even that Franco Mastuano, the Real Madrid guy that's been playing right wing all season. Like people like him even. Like I'm like Wagwan, like that's so it's not even Rio. I'm not thinking like I'm just thinking like this level is nuts. So like we'll see how it goes. Obviously, I don't want to speak too soon because we've been here before with Wilshere and that, but like he does look special. But like the quality of that touch is nuts, and then to basically just keep going and like just was jogging the whole way, and then the celebration, you just felt what it meant, and you know. Another couple of points as well. In my last final points is in terms of some of our players is like Mosquera came on right back and he's been a bit shaky lately. Brighton game he was shaky and I'm realizing he's struggling defending the channels a lot. Yeah, like when he comes out to meet the winger or whatnot. Yesterday at right back, he had to face that situation from default anyway. Yeah. But even at centre back, when he's come out, he's been getting skinned on the outside a lot. Yeah. And it's a bit concerning because at his height, you know, I think he's like 6'3". Like I think he needs to put some weight on because at the end of the day, like he's young, but this is the age Saliba came in that launched our title race. Like when people give all the credit to us, Zinchenko and Jesus, when they came into the team, they basically changed things around for us. Like, I kind of more look at, no, Saliba came back from loan that year.
Yeah.
For me, that was a bigger impact. That was the biggest impact of the whole thing. Like, everyone gives Zinchenko and Jesus way too much credit for dressmanship, really. Like, on the pitch. Zinchenko was mad influential, like, in terms of the role, the inverted thing.
Yeah.
But in terms of quality, I think Saliba made the biggest difference. That's when we became a mean defence.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't really give Zinchenko that much credit for defending. So that was the same age that Mosquera is at now. So obviously Saliba's like different, probably you could argue generational. So it might be harsh putting that kind of pressure on Mosquera, but he is at an age where there is expectations. I don't want to keep giving him the he's young excuse. Like, if you're ready to be in this title race thing, then let's do it, because like, worst case scenario, Saliba did go. Like, we've either got, it's like the situation Liverpool were in last season with Trent, and they were saying, is Bradley ready or do we buy another one? Like, I think we've got years with Saliba anyway, but let's just say worst case scenario, we were in that situation. Is Mosquera good enough to just come in straight away next season? I thought that at the start from what I've seen, but recently I've seen some real errors and issues.
Well, even if he's centre back and not.
Because those issues at centre back, he got taken off against Brighton. He got taken off because Arteta, away from home, it was like, nah, he's getting ripped. And he put Hikampie there, left-footed. He just went double left-footed with it. So with Gabriel and Hikampie as a partnership, because it was that risky. And like, if Mosquera is becoming that shaky, then there's a few things we need to wonder. He'll grow into his frame, hopefully, but I'm just a bit concerned about those flaws and like how weak he can be sometimes, and those small guys getting on the outside of him. I think that's a bit of concern. And then the last point was very interestingly, Eze's game in that left half space. The first time he's been playing in that. And it's not the left wing, it was like LCM. Because when we were just going for it, we took Zubimendi off, put Rice at 6, and then Eze and I don't know if it was like Saka and Dalman, one of them was on the RCM bit. They were both like kind of interchanging, which is interesting. But Eze finally got to play in that left centre mid-ish role, and he was superb. I think yesterday was maybe his most complete best performance for us in terms of all round. Obviously you got the Tottenham games, but I still feel like even the Tottenham games there's more moments. I think this game as a whole, just the way he was putting the pressure on Pickford with them shots, the through ball to Havertz, another moment in the game, like the way he was interchanging knocking player, that's his most like creative game I've seen. So that's an interesting one, because obviously Rice has that area on lockdown. But if we can get a way to get Eze in those pockets, maybe you could put Rice at 6 and maybe Eze can play, or you can put Rice at RCM and then we switch it that way. We'll see. Because now that Hikampie is our first choice left back, he doesn't need Rice to carry him like Calafori did defensively. So maybe you can put Rice at RCM. And have him kind of getting beyond Saka, which he might need, and then Eze in that LCM role is very interesting, something to look into. But that's pretty much all my players. One thing I did was say is Gyökeres is the first like shit player that I can't help but like when he scores, it is a great feeling. I can't lie, he's shit. Like we all know it. He's been a flop. I've been on his head all year, but there's something about him scoring that's just a great buzz. Like, it is.
I do associate a lot of Arsenal success with
Here's a rival.
Gyökeres. Because I've seen him in so many winning games for you, and just seen him in the interview at the end or whatever. So he coincides with that a lot. But I've asked you this question pretty much throughout the season. But where we're at now, 7 games left for Arsenal, 8 left for City. How do you feel about them right now? Where they're at, the pressure?
City or Arsenal?
City. Which this has been like a question I've been asking you throughout, really, because this has been you two in the race. I don't know if you can recall, but I mean, I've always been confident, like consistently I've been confident against them, but I was always cautious too, because I always said they're the one team that but I do feel like I feel like there's
a conclusion happening there with Pep. Like, I feel like he's near the end and it's going out not sad, but it's kind of not the big hurrah Fergie.
It's not what we thought or not what he would have wished.
Yeah,
How
Klopp
it's
had it too
ended.
though. Kind of went out on a whimper. Now, the League Cup final next weekend is going to be huge in terms of like, even if that still could swing the title, like I'm nowhere near like
It's
on the
done.
tin of us. Yeah, I'm not. The neutrals are doing that more than us, to be honest.
Yeah.
But like, I'm still cautious with that League Cup final. Like, let's say we get battered in that final, which we won't. But if we get battered, City obviously got a new lease of life. They've got no Europe likely.
Yeah.
And then they could have an 8-game madness, whereas we could get mentally shaken if we got knocked out of the Champions League too. Like, who knows? So, like, that game is also going to dictate how I feel about City too. But ultimately, I feel like they're towards the end of Pep's time there, and they could go again. They've got obviously great talent, but I think it's not really Pep's squad anymore in terms of just like Turkey and all. It's just different from what he's used to. Even like, I love that he gave Kolo Touré an opportunity, but even when I seen that, I was like, it's saying Pep in a serious error. I don't think he's ever. He fucking couldn't stand his brother. I can't see a serious Pep like hiring man like that. So like, it for the whole way, it just felt like it wasn't serious. But like we'll see.
I guess we'll see. Personally, I don't feel confident City are. Like I said it at the beginning of the season, that they're not good enough to like compete. I watched them a lot last season, a lot I hate watching. I knew they still wouldn't be good enough. I do have something to address regarding Man City, to be honest. Because deep down they're cheaters. And this did, during the absence of the pod, whilst we obviously had like a couple months off, my mentality did change on who I want to win the league. Yeah. Because I realised I've been fighting a war for a very long time with Man City and how they've been cheating. And I came to the realisation in one game where I saw Semenyo score. It was a close one, but then he just scored, came off the bench, scored straight away. And it made me realise, oh shit, they brought the other top scorer. It's not like SAS, Sturridge and Suarez, where they were both the two top scorers, but going at it just organically. They had one in Haaland, and then they brought the other one in, and now they've got the two top scorers in the Prem, and it's like they just brought the other. Yeah. And then I was looking at the January, and it's like we didn't buy no one. And then I realised no one did. Man U, all the other big teams apart from Tottenham tried a little bit, but Arsenal didn't buy no one, Chelsea didn't buy no one, Liverpool didn't. But Man City bought arguably England's best centre back. Yeah. Arguably the most informed winger in a Prem. Yeah. And then it made me think about everyone they bought since that point a year ago, like last January. Mamouche. Yeah. And Al-Nouri, there's a lot of names. Kusanov, a whole 11 you can do with the players that have come in. Kusanov, we mentioned. Al-Nouri, Cherki, Reindeers, Donnarumma. You can keep naming them. Yeah. And it made me think, I think Savino came in the summer, before last season. Yeah. But they're cheats.